How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional day. It is Wednesday. Feels like it's Thursday or Friday already, but it's all good in the neighborhood. Do the great free things, like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Let me know how your week is going. Let me know how anything that you've accomplished. Let me know if you've learned anything new about the stock market or the economy. Excuse me. Get your perspective on the situation and the subject matter. Let me know if you've, applied for if you found out about anything new from a credit standpoint, new credit cards, how you can get benefits and whatnot. I just applied for my first gas card yesterday by just listening to podcasts. That's why I said I'm at a point in my life where if it's not, if you're on my social media handles from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, I put out a meme like, hey, if it ain't about business or fitness and education, you can get dismissed with the quickness. Can I get a witness? Because that's just the space I'm at in my life right now. I want to be around good people, one, but I want to be around people that are talking about things that can help uplift one another, not just themselves, not just me, but help lift one another and have more positive conversations. And as 19 Keys will put it, high level conversations instead of just conversations talking about politics and the glory days of your life 10 years ago and whatnot. We're living for the day and tomorrow. We're not just going to constantly live in the past. What's up, Kendrick? Hope all is well, brother. Do the great three free things: like, share, and subscribe, brother. As always, hopefully you're making those great money moves, as I know you do. Like I said, good people like Kendrick. He's a good brother who's making moves and always got a positive energy and positive conversation to bring to the table and whatnot. That's the kind of folks I want in my life. All right. So today's quote of the day, word of the day, is to reiterate, to say again repeatedly and whatnot. And I don't like to repeat myself. A lot of times I just like to repeat my actions if those actions are going to put me into a positive space and a positive place and whatnot. Now, the only thing I would like to repeat is positive affirmations, because those are the things, like if you're in my bedroom and throughout my house, you're going to see positive affirmations. In my office, at my desk, where I work at, where I do my business at. There's positive affirmations all over the place. When I go to the gym, I wear positive t-shirts, whether it's my brand or other brands, that's just saying something positive, because in a world filled with negativity and where negativity sells on a regular basis, if it's drama going on in another country, drama going on in the US, the media, that's how they get their views nowadays. They have to I call it scare media, not news media, because if it's not something that's going to scare the crap out of you, especially to God bless my elders, but they're the number one consumers of the media. And if they're the main ones that's going to tell you when somebody got shot, something horrific happened, because they're watching the news. But I guarantee you, they're never going to come to you and say, hey, this is what's good happening in the world. And that's what I love about podcasts more than I love the media, because they might discuss something that might be sad happening in the world, but then they talk about certain specific positive outcomes that can take place with certain specific actions and a way forward. Majority of the time with the media, there is no way forward. It's just, hey, let's scare the crap out of you and keep you distracted, because we don't want you to know what's really happening in the world. You know how major business deals are taking place, how investments are taking place, how corporations are merging with one another, and how this can benefit you. No, they want to talk to you about people's politics and their personal feelings like it's a freaking Dr. Phil special. I had to get that off my head. But anyways, on another positive note, today's quote of the day is by Bob Marley, rest his soul. He said, in the abundance of water, a fool is thirsty. And this goes to people being overly greedy. All right. To always go back to what DMX would say, y'all been eating long enough now, stop being greedy. And does that mean you need to constantly give people handouts? No, but putting yourself in position to give people hands up and whatnot is a beautiful thing. I saw a quote from Kevin Hart last night, and it was the realest thing, talking about ego. And ego, he was talking to with a former NBA basketball superstar. I forgot his name because I'm not a sports guy, but they were having a great positive grown man conversation in regards to, hey, I don't need to hate on you. I don't need to have ego. He's like, he's like, I own a liquor company. I have a liquor brand. You have a liquor brand. I don't have a problem with holding up your own liquor brand. I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I've never had a problem with supporting somebody else's dreams, businesses, congratulating them when they have an accomplishment. I don't have that ego problem. A lot of people do. especially in the DMV area, but a lot of people do have that ego problem. I don't have that ego problem. I don't mind highlighting somebody else's successes and sharing their posts and liking or subscribing and commenting on their content, because I know that's going to help their brand out and help them become better and whatnot. But ego and pride can be a very, very bad thing. And a lot of times it doesn't even allow people to have or maintain good relationships, because in business, you have to have some sort of great relationship. Even in a career, you have to advance, you have to have some sort of decent relationships. You're not just going to make it off of your hard work and good ethics and manner and things of that nature. It's a friend of a friend. People join fraternities and sororities so they can be a part of a network. Or whatnot. People in the military, they have a part of a network. People are involved in corporations and that work in corporations, but they're part of certain I call it like extracurricular activity, like panels and boards and whatnot, so that they can network and whatnot. It's, relationships matter regardless of the situation. You go to church, you can build relationships in a church. You're part of a sports organization, you can build relationships there. A friend of mine who's very avid member in his Catholic church and whatnot, he's a part of a special organization that's a part of the church. I think it's the Knights something. I forgot the name of it. But anyways, what their goal and mission is to help people out in the community, and do charity drives and mentorship to children, specifically young men who don't have fathers, to mentor, big brother programs and things of that nature. So, good things. But it's all about the network of people. It's not even just about what they can do for you, but it's a lot of times what you can do for them. When you can be of service, as they always say, is you can be of service to other people and whatnot, great things can come. And even doing it because you want to be a good person, not because you're expecting to get something back in the long run. That's my mindset. But being overly greedy sometimes, a lot of times that's a can be destruction of communities, destructions of a state, destructions of countries, and just destruction in people's mindset, all at the same time. So, and I have the Vegas background because regardless of what the situation may be, every decision we make in life is a gamble. Nothing is a guarantee. So that's why I always laugh when people are scared to invest in the stock market. Well, I'm not going to say laugh. It is what it is. If they're scared to invest in the stock market, scared to invest with other people, scared to invest in crypto, scared to even get an individual retirement account outside of their 401k, scared to make money passively. Like a lot of people just get in their comfort zone. And we know in 2022 going forward, there is no such thing as the comfort zone. The comfort zone is the death sentence for working people. All right. Rich people can't even be comfortable. They always have to be an avid learner and develop new skill sets and figure out how they can not only invest their money, but where else they can put their money into that's going to grow from outside of the stock market. Maybe buying property, maybe buying into a franchise, maybe start investing into being like a venture capitalist like you see on Shark Tank and whatnot. The Mark Cubans and the Damon Johns of the world and whatnot. They're so rich they don't even have to work anymore. But because they love what they do and they know that they have to stay actively engaged, they have to continuously be put in a position where they can ensure that their money is growing. Now they don't have to be greedy about it. That's why a lot of times you'll see on that show, they'll turn down deals like that. But they know that to keep their skills sharp and whatnot, they got to keep going. That's why the whole idea of retirement, it's a different thing. It's not what employers tell people are anymore. The idea of retirement is being able to live life on your own terms. Okay, because even if you're like the people who won the freaking the $1 billion dollars in Illinois and whatnot, they're still going to have to work the rest of their lives, or they're going to lose that money. When I mean work, I mean they have to figure out a way to make money for them. So even if you're not physically working, mentally, you have to work to ensure that your money is working for you. Your money becomes your employer. It's not just something for you to live off of and whatnot and save. The money has to work for you, because your money can work forever, but you can't. And everybody knows that, there's some bit. Oh, I've had 2-3 jobs in my lifetime at one time back in my early 20s. That's why I scuff and laugh at anybody in their 20s that's not about getting their money right, because that's one thing I'm glad I was not worried. Like chasing women was this much, getting money was this much. Okay. Because I saw people older than me broke as a joke because they were too busy chasing women and having babies and whatnot and not being about their business. And I said it is what it is. I got to see that people in my older generation acting like that and being reckless. And I was like, that's not going to be me. I need to be about my business. Everybody was like, man, because especially back then, they would say, hey man, what you been up to, man? Working. That's all I could tell them. And I didn't even realize how money, the real true value of what money was back then in my early 20s. But I knew that I did not want to be broke as a joke. Because the majority of those people that I talk to today that was like, man, you work too much. Now they got to work 2 to 3 jobs and whatnot. Now they have families and whatnot. And now they can't live. They can't even barely even go on a vacation. A vacation for them is taking a 2-hour drive away from the house. I'm not mocking anybody if that's all you can do and whatnot. But because of my sacrifices I made in my 20s when I had more energy back then, I'm like, yeah, now I can relax a little bit more now and put more mental work in instead of physical work. And when I don't have to physically be somewhere to make money, I can be in my own freaking room and make money and be happy with that, you know. And I want to continuously grow that tradition and whatnot and have that same kind of people with that same kind of mindset and whatnot, because that is my dream of retirement, is being able to live life on my own terms, being able to live where I want to live on my own terms. Even to be able to say, yeah, it's expensive over there. Yeah, they got high taxes over there, but my money's straight, so I don't care. I don't need to have that. I don't need to have that lower class mindset and whatnot, or not even lower class. I don't have to have that the mindset of that's expensive. I want to get to a point in my life where I don't care if that's expensive. You know, that's my whole mind. Like, the floss for me, it's not a nice car, it's not an overpriced house, it's being able to live where I want to live and live on my own terms. That's the biggest floss I can ever have in my own life. For a lot of people, having a nice car, having an overpriced house, having nice jewelry and whatnot, and, you know, taking lavish vacations, that's the floss for them. That's cool. Me being able to travel and live where I want to live and live on my own terms, that's the ultimate floss for me. That's my passion. A lot of people have other passions, but though, if you want to know what Larry's Anything Goes passion is, it's being able to live life on my own terms. That's why we say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my online Shopify store. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, bond investor, all that great stuff. Sign up with WEBULL, sign up with Stash, sign up with Crypto.com, sign up with Coinbase, with all those great platforms. You'll be able to make some money once you sign up and all that great stuff, and go from there, all right? Have a great day.